Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and today is day 14, and technically that's a wrap. It is the last day for evidence and examination in the Johnny Depp vs. the Sun trial. Now they will be back Monday and Tuesday for submissions and stuff. Both sides will get a chance to talk, but as of evidence, it's over. It is a wrap. No more people on the stand. No more cross-examination. It is over. It's kind of wonderful, but then again, thinking about the outcome of this is a little frightening to say the least, because it seems like And I really honestly think Johnny should win. Now, will he is very different. So we will just have to wait and see. But let's talk about what actually happened today. We saw 4 people back on the stand. Today we had Whitney Henriquez. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with names. Christina Sexton, we had Rocky Pennington, and I.O. Tillett Wright. They all made their voices be known today. Whether it or not it was really effective to the case, I really honestly can't say. So, first off, David Sherborne for Johnny was asking the judge about communication via text through the trial, especially pertaining to Amber and her sister Whitney. The judge did remind the witnesses that they must not talk to anyone about the trial if they are due back. But with it being the last day, it was really kind of a moot point, right? So not only that, but the video I went over this morning, and if you've seen my video in the beginning, there was a brief 30-second video of Whitney on a really dated reality TV show. That was also went over this morning. It will be brought back up. But first off, we have to talk about Christina Sexton. Now, she is a former acting coach for Amber. She is also formerly a good friend. And she, again, this is going to be a reoccurring theme. We've had these reoccurring themes time and time again. She immediately denies ever seeing any violence come from Johnny's hands. She said she was made aware of violence and emotional abuse shortly before the restraining order, but only by Amber Heard. The stories came directly from her. She never questioned them because she really had no reason to think she was lying. She never gave her a reason to distrust her. So Christina does claim that Johnny was drunk and slumbering around kind of at Amber's 30th birthday party. She says, he stumbled and he was incoherent, so much so that it made her uncomfortable and she had to leave early. She also says that Amber and Whitney kept going upstairs to try to persuade Johnny to come down to her party, right? Johnny wasn't there. It was very easy to catch her in this lie. Miss Laws called it out right away. He was at a business meeting. He wasn't there. They weren't going upstairs to persuade Johnny. Either it was a lie from Amber and Whitney, or my guess, with everything we've seen so far, is they were probably powdering their nose. But Christina also says that Amber rarely wears makeup and hardly ever does during the day, only when she goes out at night, and then it's usually professionally done. This directly conflicts Amber's personal statements. She said she, always has to wear makeup when going out because she's a celebrity. Well, I guess not enough to wear makeup. So the last few questions had to be in private because they related to sexual abuse. And I did skip some of, the basic answering of different scenarios within this relationship because they were all this. And that's how it's going to be all day today is Amber told me this. Amber told me that. Amber said this. So none of this is direct evidence from these people. It's all stories coming from the person that is legitimately in question here. So it didn't make sense to really cover. So the court moves on to the video evidence given yesterday in confidentiality. Now, Sasha Wass says it was from an unaired reality TV show, and it was lighthearted and it was flippant. The judge allows Whitney to see the video prior to being questioned about it with a lawyer, which is unfortunate, but they do bring Whitney back onto the witness stand. And Whitney says it was about a verbal argument. Now, if you've seen that video, and I'll link it in the description and the pinned comment, because I went over it this morning. If you watch that video, it's not about a verbal argument, not even in the least, you can tell. But that's what Whitney claims. And she says they were trying to make a more interesting storyline for a boring TV show. So, anyways, we move on to Rocky Pennington, and she is coming by way of video link, and she confirms that she lived in Depp's penthouse for 2 years, which would have been from 2014 to 2016 for free. She also, confirms at that time her and Amber were best friends. But again, like all of, the witnesses before relating to Amber, she never seen any violence. Everything comes by Amber told me this. She did say after Amber returned home from Australia, she had deep lacerations and cuts on her face or on her arms, and the soles of her feet, which is a really weird place to have seen something on your friend, but they do bring up Thanksgiving 2015. And here we are going to catch her in a lie again. So this video we've previously seen. I've showed it in a video last week. Now, this is very it's just a fun family gathering. It seems, very upbeat. Yet Rocky says they fought. Johnny threw a bottle at Amber because she saw the glass, even though, like we see in the video, Johnny Depp's kids were there, Amber's father was there. It just seems very odd to me that would happen. So, now all of this happens in Penthouse 5, correct? And that's what she says. That's what everyone said. One small problem. Penthouse 5 has no bedrooms. She couldn't have gone upstairs and seen this happen in the bedroom because it doesn't have bedrooms upstairs. It's an open floor plan. So, she must be mistaken, but, she didn't take photos because she also, at Thanksgiving, at somebody else's house, didn't take her phone with her. Nowadays, I don't believe you. I just simply don't believe you. So, they bring up the headbutting incident and the night before the James Corden show. She did say she saw the injuries and she took the pictures. When shown photos from the appearance on the show, she says she can't see anything. But then again, she could be wrong because her eyes aren't that good. Yes, she literally said that. So we move on to the Coachella incident, and here she accidentally catches, Amber in a lie. She admits that Amber is the one who vomited that night, not Whitney. Amber has said, vehemently that it was not her, and that, they must be mistaken because her and Whitney look so much alike. So we move on to the final witness of the entirety of this trial, and that is I.O. Tillett Wright, who now, again, uses the pronouns he. That's changed since literally last week. Last week, it was she. Now it's he. So, okay. So, I.O. does confirm that Johnny was upset with him for taking photos of his then 16-year-old daughter, Lily Rose, and posting them online, understandably so. So he did confirm that he called all from Brooklyn on May 21st, 2016, the final incident between these two, because Amber had told him to. He called 911 because Amber told him to. Right, okay. He also says that he never leaked anything to the media. He mentions his refinery article about Amber, and again, he says it was because Amber asked him to write it. Also, again, he mentions, like I said, he never saw any violence. He never saw anything. All the stories came secondhand from Amber. 3 for 3 today. They all said the same thing. But Miss Laws does ask about his relationship with Rocky Pennington. They're not friends. The fact that they don't get along. And they're basically fighting for Amber's attention. He says that's an oversimplification. Like, what a way to admit that you guys are trying to win her favor by doing this for her. But okay, so he does say that Amber would not have pooped on the bed. I saved the best for last when it comes to this evidence. Amber wouldn't have pooped the bed, right? Right? That's because she's fecal phobic. Yes, he really said that. Like, I keep feeling like I have to say that. Amber Heard is fecal phobic, therefore she wouldn't have pooped the bed. Like, you didn't need to be there, Io. You gave no testimony. You said what Rocky and Christina said, what everybody says on Amber's side. I didn't see anything, but Amber told me about it. Okay, alright. It doesn't make any sense at this point, but it's done. So, hopefully we will have answers next week, but like I said, we will see the Sun, their final stuff on Monday, which I, of course, will be covering. Same with Tuesday, we will see Depp's final stuff, and then hopefully by the end of the week, Judge Nichols will have something decided. He's probably already pretty close to making up his mind, but I'm just saying we should have something next week. I am definitely looking forward to it. If all is right and just in the world, Johnny has this in the bag. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think about what happened the last day, what happened today with these 3 witnesses, or the surprise video from Whitney Heard admitting that her sister is an absolute violent person. So, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Paws, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content, and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.